Hello students, moving on to the next topic of our second unit, index numbers. The next topic is characteristics of index numbers. In the previous video we had discussed about we went definition and then introduction and few topics we had discussed on index number. The next we will discuss is the characteristics. Index numbers are specialized types of averages. Index numbers are expressed in ratio, but for comparison purpose they are expressed in percentage. In the previous class when I had discussed about index number, when we discussed about this example of a commodity, there we said that the price commodity in 2013 is 250% of the price in 2005. When we compare, here it is expressed in percentages. So the index numbers are expressed in ratios, but for comparison purpose they are expressed in percentages. Index numbers study the effect of factors that cannot be measured directly. Index number facilitates the comparison. The next topic is uses of index numbers. The following are the main uses of index numbers by which the significance of index number can be best appreciated. Index number simplifies the data, thus facilitates comparative study. Index numbers are used in studying trends and tendencies. They help in measuring purchasing power of money and also used for deflation. Index numbers measure change in cost of living of different group of people. They are used by the government to frame suitable policies regarding fixation of bank rates, allowance to government employees, license to new firms, import-exports, taxations, etc. There are few demerits or limitations of index numbers. Index numbers, being the most widely used statistical device, have their own limitations. Since index numbers are based on the sample data, they are only approximate indicators. There is a likelihood of error being introduced at each stage of the construction of index numbers. While constructing index numbers, the quality of product is not taken into consideration. It's just the price and the quantity we talk about. We don't talk about the quality here. Like other statistical techniques, index numbers can be misused to get desired conclusions. As customs, traditions and habits of people vary from time to time, it is difficult to assign proper weights to the various items. Many formula are used in the construction of index numbers and the different formula give different answers. There are types of index numbers. Index numbers may be broadly classified into following three categories: price index numbers, quantity index number, and value index numbers. So what is price index number? The price index number measures the general change in the prices of article in the current period as compared to that of the base period. Here it measures the general change in the prices. That's why it's called price index number in the current period as compared to that of the base period. In the previous class we had discussed the base period and the current period. It is denoted by P01. Price index numbers are further subdivided into the following classes. The first one is wholesale price index numbers. The wholesale price index numbers reflect the relative change in the wholesale price level. Retail price index numbers. These indices reflect the relative change in the retail prices of various commodities. Consumer price index numbers, commonly known as the cost of living index, is a specialized kind of retail price index. The next type of index number is quantity index number. Quantity index numbers study the relative change in the volume of goods produced or consumed or distributed. Here in quantity, we study the change in the volume of goods, like how much amount of goods is produced, consumed or distributed. It is denoted by Q suffix 01. Value index number. Value index number study the relative change in the total money value, that is price multiplied by quantity. The value of any commodity is given by the price into the quantity. Change in the total money of the production, and it is denoted by V01. Next, we go into steps in construction of index numbers. The following are some of the main steps involved in constructing of index number. The first step is defining the purpose of index number. Second one is selection of base period. Third one is selection of commodities or items. Fourth one is obtaining price quotations. Fifth, choice of an average. Selection of weights. Selection of suitable formula. The first step is defining or stating the purpose of index number. So, the first and foremost problem in the construction of index number is to define clearly and precisely the purpose for which the index number is required. As different index numbers are useful for different purposes, a clear definition of purpose will help in the selection of an appropriate index number. Once the purpose of the index is known, it helps in selection of items, average, weights, etc. So the first step is knowing the purpose of the index number. The second step is selection of base period. In the previous class, we had discussed that what is that base period. The year selected for the comparison is called the base period, and the year for which the comparisons are required is called the current period. So selection of the base period. Index numbers are always constructed with reference to some period known as base period. The index for base period is always taken as 100. The period may be a year or a month or a day. Following points are considered while selecting the base period. Base period should be economically stable. The base period should not be too distant from the current period. Depending on the situation, the base period is fixed base or chain base. If the period of comparison is kept fixed for all current years, it is called fixed base period. If the relative changes in the level of phenomena for any periods are compared with that of the immediate preceding period, it is called as chain base period. If no normal base year is found in the near past, then the chain base method is used. Then the next step for construction is selection base period. Now we have discussed the first and the second step. From the next class, we'll discuss all the remaining steps and we'll move on forward. Thank you.